Hey y'all, listen. What's going on, everybody? I am okay. Let me get all this out the way. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. On a very strange night. This is a very impromptu type of show on tonight. I'm coming on a day that I don't do the podcast on at all. I do not come on, but this is a matter of urgency tonight, and I hope that won't be long because a lot of you are getting ready to go to bed. I know it. I'm myself and getting ready to do that too. But I had to share this because I want to go ahead and get y'all ready now for the 2023 season. It was already given to us, whether you know it or not, today in the Mike McCarthy press conference. Unfortunately for me, I didn't see it like most of you saw it. I'm just now looking at it. I was at work earlier. Forgive me, I am sharing. Really not expecting a lot of you because you guys are tired. You probably don't listen to everybody. But maybe if you listen to this in the morning or whatever, this is how short it's going to be. I'm trying to make it short. But I'm already frustrated for the 2023 season, already for the Dallas Cowboys. I got to go through this all over again. Let me make a long story short. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a second. Whoever's on here, I see some people on here. I don't know who you are, though. I need you to say something to me so I can say hello to you if you're here. Okay? This is not on Podbean. This is on Facebook and YouTube tonight. I was irritated, y'all. I'm about to show you in just a second what I was irritated about. It was Mike McCarthy. Listen to me. Maybe y'all can help me out real quick. I've always heard that if you do the same thing, the same way, expecting a different result, that term is called insanity. That's not the actual definition of insanity, but it sure does make sense. I've heard that. I've heard that if you do the same thing the same way and you're expecting a different result, that is called insanity. Am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Things can change, but usually it's called insanity. And what is so obvious to most Cowboy fans never is obvious to the front office or the coaching staff. And that has been, uh, evident in the last few years. I heard that Dan Quinn has told the organization that he's coming back to be a defensive coordinator. That is great. That's great. That's what we wanted. That's a strong point of of our team. In my opinion, I believe that he's going to do a great job. However, there was some bad news for some in Cowboy land, and that is that Frank Reich became the head coach of the Carolina Panthers today. Why is that bad news to us? Because Kellen Moore had interviewed twice for the job. So, common sense in the league, once you get interviewed twice for a job, 9 times out of 10, people are, they at least are interested in you. And so when you get a second interview, it's kind of a high, high interest. And Kellen Moore got a second interview. A lot of the fan base wants Kellen Moore gone. A lot of us do, I myself included. But they hired Frank Reich, and that pretty much eliminated, obviously, Kellen Moore getting the head coaching job. So, just like last year, it is looking like that Kellen Moore is coming back again, unless another team. I don't know if he's interviewed for another team or whatever, but Jerry Jones is not going to let him go. At least that's my thought. Coach McCarthy said today that everybody's in the evaluation process. The Cowboys let a lot of positional coaches go today, as you know. A lot of them go, but Dan Quinn is back. I see no reason why Kellen Moore won't be back. I just don't, especially after listening to Coach McCarthy today. And that's what I want to talk about real quick. I want to show y'all this. I hope you stay with me just for a minute. And I want to show you the part that really frustrated me just a few minutes ago. It frustrated me so much that I had to come right now. Yeah, Wendy. Hey, yeah, the jersey tight. It's the champions, though, It's the champions. I wish I could turn around and show you on the back what it says. It says on the back, Wendy, the Dallas Cowboys of the century. This is Staubach, number 12, Troy Aikman, number 8, Emmett, 22, 33, Tony Dorsett. So, nothing but champions here. The back of it says Dallas Cowboy in the nameplate. So, But anyway, nobody got the Denver job yet, Lamar. But I don't think that Dan Quinn was interviewed for it. I don't think that Kellen Moore was on the list at all for that job. At least I haven't heard the name Kellen Moore for that job. So I really don't think that's it. He really wouldn't fit for Russell Wilson, that type. That's just me, but stranger things have happened. But I want to share this this little clip with you guys. And y'all tell me what you think about it. I got frustrated because I got to admit, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get a different result. It's not going to happen, JD. I'm going to show you why in just a second. I got the evidence, JD. You make a good observation. I don't even like him at pass game coordinator, because if you got pass game coordinator, you got to get these guys routes, and he's not, we've already seen what his passing game is like. It works, but it's the same routes. I mean, no design, as we say, or he has amnesia when it comes to design. Look good one week, and then the next week he forget what he did last week, and we look stoic. And I understand that, we're trying to figure out, but that's a demotion also, JD. And I don't think that Jerry's going to allow him to be demoted he take over. The only way that Mike McCarthy would call plays unless Kellen Moore is gone. I'm about to show you why in just a second. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna waste time because some of y'all gotta go to bed. Let's look at this together. All right, this is what made me come on tonight. I just saw this. I didn't see the press conference today. I just catching up. I was gonna wait till Saturday and all that kind of stuff, but I can't wait. This got to be talked about tonight. So maybe I can pull y'all down for all y'all got hope and optimism and all that kind of stuff. I'm at the point where I'm just seeing the same old thing. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is Coach McCarthy today. Listen, just listen, and I'm going to see if you caught what I caught. Just listen. Matter of fact, let me pull this. No, I ain't tired. I'm tired of the same old Miss Wendy. I'm gonna pull this music down so y'all can hear clearly of what I heard. Okay, let me get here. Listen to this.
Yeah, Mike, you have talked in the past about the thing you missed most since you came here is play calling plays. Is that possible, depending on where this goes this offseason with Kellen or somebody else, that you could be the play caller?
Excellent creativity of asking me the question that I've already answered. I mean, I'm just getting started in the evaluation. I'm not calling plays this week. I think we clearly had things situated where I was very confident in how the offense was not only being called, but how the game plans were being built and so forth.
Did y'all just hear that? I might rewind and play again. Did y'all just hear that? He said he was very satisfied this year of how the plays were being called, and he was very happy of how the game plan was being built. That ain't my words. Coach McCarthy words. Listen one more time. Listen one more time.
Ed. Yeah, Mike, you have talked in the past about the thing you missed most since you came here is play calling plays. Is that possible, depending on where this goes this offseason with Kellen or somebody else, that you could be the play caller?
Excellent creativity of asking me the question that I've already answered. I mean, I'm just getting started in the evaluation. I'm not calling plays this week. I think we clearly had things situated where I was very confident in how the offense was not only being called, but how the game plans were being built and so forth. But I get the results. It's because of the result that we had that I have to come in here and answer these questions. But like I said, every coach, including myself, is being evaluated.
Last one.
Now, do y'all see why I'm up tonight? Now, do you see why I'm saying that? Why we even see? This is the time of the year, and it's just starting where all optimism starts to shift forward, and your hopes are rebuilt, and you starting to get excited for the draft and all that kind of stuff. It's the regular process, and you really believe that this may be the year. This may be the year. This may be when we go ahead and get things together. This might be the year. But one more time, isn't insanity doing the same thing over and over again? Isn't that what insanity is? So as long as Kellen Moore is my offensive coordinator, don't we know what he is and what he gonna do by now? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, JD. Now you understand why I was saying what I'm saying. We saying, as you said earlier, run the ball. When it's time, I mean, The playoff game showed you that. Close ball game. Dak threw the ball 37 times. We ran the ball 22. I mean, come on, man. Even when he does right, you know he gonna revert to his old self. And that's really not the killer part to me. It's what Coach McCarthy said. This is what already has me frustrated. This is why I can't get excited. I don't care who we draft. I don't care what we do. This man said again that he was confident in how the plays were being called. Y'all heard it for yourself. And he was happy with the game plan that was built. Now, how you happy with that when your offensive coordinator for the last couple of years has caught and swallowed an amnesia pill in the biggest moments? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And so I'm already saying tonight, y'all, before y'all go to my brothers everywhere and Boss and West and Law and whoever else you might listen to, y'all gonna get excited with them. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be the Grinch over this offseason. Because I already know what's gonna happen. It's the same story every year. We start off pretty hot. We run the ball down people's throat. This is the way that you win. We run about 5 or 6 or 7 games in a row, and it'll be primarily through the running game. And then right about Thanksgiving, we still win games, but we start thinking that Dak Prescott is Dan Marino. And we get stuck there. We get stuck there we get stuck there. We still win. I mean, we won 13, 12 games in the regular season, 1 in the playoff, and you end up adding that together. Of course, it's 13 games. We win games, but then when it's time to force the issue, when it's time to be physical, when it's time to meet a bully with a bully type play or bully type aggression, Kellen Moore turns into pass happy Kellen Moore, and the way we throw the ball, you think we down by 25 points. Game 1 but 7. 7 points. 7-point victory, but at the time before they scored the touchdown, it wasn't nothing but a 4-point lead. I just don't understand. And I mean, especially when your quarterback was not hot, you still gunning him like he's Warren Moon or somebody. And this man said today, okay, for those that are coming in, this is really all I got for y'all tonight. And this is really all I need. I don't need nothing else. This press conference sets the tone for me for the entire offseason. Listen one more time. Let me get it set up. Listen one more time. Listen to our coach right here.
Ed. Yeah, Mike, you have talked in the past about the thing you missed most since you came here is play calling the plays. Is that possible, depending on where this goes this offseason with Kellen or somebody else, that you could be the play caller?
Excellent creativity of asking me the question that I've already answered. I mean, I'm just getting started in the evaluation. I'm not calling plays this week. I think we clearly had things situated where I was very confident in how the offense was not only being called, but how the game plans were being built and so forth. But I get the results because of the result that we had that I have to come in here and answer these questions. But like I said, every coach, including myself, is being evaluated.
What? What? And the sad part about it is this. He can't change it if he wanted to. Because he has no power over Kellen Moore. I mean, we talking about the same thing we talked about last year. We get ready to talk about it again. That's why I keep saying it's insanity, y'all. It's insanity. You're doing the same thing every year, and then you thinking you're gonna get a different result. I can't even get excited. I can't. Not after hearing what I just heard. I let you hear it for yourself. He's happy with the play calling. That's number one. Then number two, he said he was happy the way the game plan is being built. What? What? And that's why we ain't gonna go nowhere. Until we call it like it is. Until they in that building calls it like it is, calls it what the truth is, that's when things will change. Right now, that answer there is still playing make-believe football. When I just heard that, I got to do it one more time. I got people coming in now. I'm sorry, y'all. Because y'all don't believe it. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm sorry. I mean, it may be the last time. I want y'all to hear it till it drill your head. Y'all tell me what you feel about it.
Ed. Yeah, Mike, you have talked in the past about the thing you missed most since you came here is play calling plays. Is that possible?
Can't call plays. Jerry Jones won't let him.
Season with Kellen or somebody else that you could be the play caller?
Excellent creativity of asking me the question that I've already answered. I mean, I'm just getting started in the evaluation. I'm not calling plays this week. I think we clearly had things situated where I was very confident in how the offense was not only being called, but how the game plans were being built and so forth. But I get the results because the result that we had that I have to come in here and answer these questions. But
yeah, you probably do.
Every coach, including myself, is being evaluated.
I don't know what else y'all need to hear tonight. I hate to put that on your head as you go to bed. If you're really a Cowboy fan and you're already trying to think of the ways how we gonna get better and all that kind of stuff. May I tell you that until you get the right cooks into the kitchen, things usually gonna be the same. Until you get the right cooks in the kitchen, it's gonna be the same thing. I mean, how many more years I gotta say this about Kellen Moore? He proved me right every year. He's a pass-happy offensive coordinator that when it's time to run, he don't run. When it's time to pass, he will do that. But the routes, I mean, like, what's all this? I'm just saying, y'all. I hope that, and please, if y'all don't, if tomorrow, because a lot of people go on to bed, tomorrow, share this. Please share this tomorrow. And not because it's me. I'm just going by what the man said. And he not lying either. He was very confident in Kellen Moore play calling. He was confident in the way the game plan being built. I'm quite sure he was right there when it was going on. But I'm going to go ahead and say you lying. Because there's nowhere in the world that you're going to tell me that Dak Prescott throwing the ball 37 times and opposed to 22 runs is the game plan. No. That's a lie. There's nowhere in the world you could tell me you was happy with the way the game plan and play calling was done and I lost to San Francisco. There's no way you could say that. There's no way. So that's just a lie. Okay? I'm going to be talking about this more when I get to my section of Kellen Moore and Dan McCarthy. Right now, on this Saturday, I'm calling Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones to my office for the year-end review. And I'm going by positions. So I won't get to Coach McCarthy. Coach McCarthy will be probably right after Jerry. So that'll be next week sometime. And I'm quite sure this will come up again because it just don't make any sense to me. It don't. I'm not even. I'm not gonna get hyped if we run off 5 games in a row. I'll be happy that we won, but I know what Kellen Moore is going to do at the end. I already know what's gonna happen. Excuse me. I know what's gonna happen, and if y'all be truthful, y'all know too. Kellen Moore is a real problem. And on that note, because Mike McCarthy just said what he just said, and I know he's not gonna shoot Kellen down under the bus. I understand that, but just find some more words, man. Cause see, I heard them words last year too. See what I'm saying? Marlon says once Pollard was injured and we trailed, I'm not sure we much other option than to be pass first and lost San Francisco. Well, you didn't even try, Marlon. We didn't try. You had Malik Davis there. He's just as fast as Pollard, knows the plays, tough inside runner, pass blocker. And I'm quite sure he's not on that level even as Pollard. I know he's on the level of Zeke. But when he gets the ball, he runs the ball well. We didn't even try. Instead, we tried to run it, but we tried to run it with Ezekiel Elliott. That's because we were loyal to Ezekiel Elliott, which was horrible. Ezekiel Elliott can see this. See, when you talk about game planning and play calling, everybody recognizes Zeke just not that guy no more. But you force fed him the football, trying to assemble some type of running game, and he'll get his little 1 or 2 yards. No nothing. You didn't even try to run the ball. You're right. When Pollard went out, you just said, well, they go to running game. No, you had it. Give a chance to Malik Davis. Zeke Elliott sure wasn't going to do nothing. See? We get with that's not good game planning. That's not good coaching. That's not the game wasn't even out of line. They just scored a touchdown to go up 7, but before then they were only up 3 or 4? 4-point lead. Come on, man. And to embarrass, that's an insult. I don't know how y'all take it, but that's an insult to people like me who watch the game, no game plans when I'm watching it. I know I can see offense where they trying to attack. I can see where they're trying to stay away from. I can see the passing game. When I say passing game, I can see where they're trying to go hit the medium passing game, short passing game, of course long passing game. I can tell by the routes what they're trying to do. I can tell how they're lining up, how they're trying to run motion to try to see if they're man to man. I can see all this stuff. Why? Because I played the game. I know if they stuck. If they primarily stay still when somebody go in motion, that's a zone. I know if somebody trailing, that's a man, and that's how you start figuring out how you gonna call your plays as far as passing game goes. This man didn't even motion that. And this didn't even motion CeeDee Lamb. Didn't even motion him. That was what getting him open all year. All of a sudden he caught amnesia. So when you even run your passing plays, he forgot how to run the plays passing. You see what I'm saying? And Mike McCarthy hurt. I'm just not looking at this stuff. I am. Y'all saw it today. I just saw the press conference. And once I saw that line, I immediately started getting all this set up. Because, listen, if Mike McCarthy, one more time, I might as well do it. And I promise you this is the last time. I'm going to do this one more time. If this is what Mike McCarthy is going to say, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble, y'all. Let me get this side up one more time. This is what McCarthy says. If this is what he's saying, what you even looking forward to next year for? Listen.
Ed. Yeah, Mike, you have talked in the past about the thing you missed most since you came here is play calling the plays. Is that possible, depending on where this goes this offseason with Kellen or somebody else, that you could be the play caller?
Excellent creativity of asking me the question that I've already answered. I mean, I'm just getting started in the evaluation. I'm not calling plays this week. I think we clearly had things situated where I was very confident in how the offense was not only being called, but how the game plans were being built and so forth. But I get the results. It's because of the result that we had that I have to come in here and answer these questions. But like I said, every coach, including myself, is being evaluated.
So since he says that he has to come back and answer these questions because of the result, didn't he get this same result last year? And he had to answer those same questions last year? Guess what? He had to answer the same questions a year later. You ought to be tired of asking the same questions because you're doing the same thing and you're getting the same result. You ought to be tired of asking those same questions. Those were the same questions he had to ask last year when he gave Tony Pollard the ball 4 times 2 years ago against the 49ers when we had him in Dallas. 4 times. This year, same thing. You didn't run. This year, why did Dak Prescott throw the ball 37 times, 38 times, whichever one? Why did you only run the ball 22 times in the game? Why? See? Same questions. Doing the same thing. And once Kellen Moore, clears everything, you're right, Marlon. I think we would have been there. You ain't got the right cooks in the kitchen. So you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have the coaches that know how to get it going, and some will say, "Well, man, wait a minute now. They won 13 total games." Yeah, but when they get to playing, it's just like last year. A lot of people picked us to lose the game against San Francisco a couple years ago in Dallas. It happened when we lost. A lot of people definitely picked us to lose against San Francisco there. Okay, why is that? We got one of the best records in the game. It's because of the style of play. He's a finesse game caller going against a bully type team. The most physical team usually always win. You can't meet bullies with finesse. That's what Kellen Moore is. But y'all can get hype. I'm not gonna get hype. Will McClay will do a great job of getting everything together for drafting. The Cowboys do well in draft. We know that. They do outstanding in the draft. We already know that. That's not the problem. The problem is not who's drafting and how we draft. That's never been the problem. The problem is right after the draft and they go into the hands of the coaches, that's where the problem starts. We always have a great roster. Pro Bowlers everywhere. All pros. We got all it. Been having it. So that job is being done quite well. You're getting the right players, even players that are, in different draft class, they make impact on the field immediately. We got all it. But it's stuff that's it's just obvious stuff. Marlon, I ain't trying to do my whole off season show in one night. This is what's coming up later on. How do we, since nothing ain't gonna change, now we got to find, Kellen Moore still gonna be here. Dan Quinn is here and we want him back. Coach McCarthy still gonna be doing what he do. So since nothing there's gonna change, we got to find a way how we can get these guys over the hump despite of who Kellen Moore is as a play caller, et cetera, et cetera. That's what we got to find out. And this is what Marlon is talking about here in the thing. I'm going to get to all that. I already know what we need to do. I'm just saving it. I'm just saying, I don't like Kellen Moore. He'll mess it up. So since you know your coordinator, I'll give you a little sneak preview. Since your coordinator is there and you know he gonna mess it up, then you're not firing him, okay? So what do you need to do? It ain't in the draft. You need to get some real dogs, some real weapons all around Dak Prescott to make him better, which is probably going to require you to spend some money, which is, of course, what Stephen Jones does not do. But if you want to win, and you talking about, everybody mad at Dak, everybody know Kellen Moore going to be here, everybody knows Ezekiel is only good for 2 yards, they're going to be loyal to him, they're going to split his carries and all, all this kind of stuff. Okay, you got to get some dogs around here. You can't be talking about this little pitty-patty, crackerjack free agents we like to do. Can't do that now. You're going to go ahead and get the real weapons around him to make up for the lack of coaching or lack of a horrible call game. Awesome players will eliminate bad calls or bad play design because of their natural talent. That's the kind of guys I'm talking about. So, Marlon, you made me do my show right there. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? These are the people, Housley, we don't even acknowledge you, son. Good night. There's your acknowledgement. So this is what's getting ready to come up. But Mike McCarthy he just hurt my heart. He ain't hurt my heart. I expected it with what he said on the press conference. If y'all don't believe it, go look at the press conference yourself, and you'll see. I've already shared it with you. I'm not going to do it again. But you'll see it. Look at it and kind of study it on your own. This is horrible news to me because I already know what the end result going to be. I already know it. All right? I had to come on when I saw that. I had to come on when I saw it. I just caught up with the press conference today. As soon as I heard him say that, I had to come on and give y'all this real quick. So this is the end of the little show here for the night. It's just it's not even son. How's I go all year long, son. You just coming in. Don't come in asking questions. You ain't followed the big time show. Show been existing for 3 years. I talk all season long, son. Mondays and Saturdays at 3:00 off season. There's always something to talk about for the Dallas Cowboys. There's your answer. That's why. I'm not even recapping the game. I'm already in the off season. But since you came late, this is why you're asking these questions right now. You're late, son. Don't come in asking questions when you done missed the lesson. If you missed the lesson, don't come in here asking questions. Push rewind. You'll see why I'm talking when I'm talking. Just push rewind. Okay? Matter of fact, don't worry about the Cowboys, son. What's up, Coach Breedlove? Don't worry about the Cowboys, son. Y'all got a game, son. Y'all in the NFC Championship game. You worry about the Eagles. Keep your eye on the Cowboy. Do something that you're not good at. Keep your eye on the Cowboy business. You know you're not good at that. You stay in Cowboy business, just like you here now. You done moved on. You beat us. You're in the NFC Championship game. You still want to get in Cowboy business. Worry about the Eagles, son. Good luck to you. Yeah, and I'm already in off-season mode. That's what I'm talking about. Coach, you got to rewind and see what I talked about right here. I'm already disappointed. I'm already upset. Already. By what Coach McCarthy said. Rewind that, Coach. You see him, I got it in the corner. I did it about 3 or 4 times. Rewind it. Listen to what he said and see if you see what I see or if you hear what I heard. Huh? Here come all the little haters. Eastside here, the Houston Texans fan. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Yeah, it's time for me to go. Y'all haters coming in. No, you ain't got no room to talk about it when you're a Houston Texas fan. Good Lord. Okay. Coach Breedlove said, yeah, I did. I talked about it earlier. I applaud Dan. That's what we wanted. We want Dan Quinn back, without a doubt. The defense under his leadership is a top defense in the league, as we all know. That's only going to get better, year by year. That's what we want. We want him to stay. I applaud it. I don't see no fault in the Quinn at all. I don't see no fault in him. There's a few things that need to be done on the defensive end, and we'll get into that later as well, where we need to, to add. And a lot of this stuff ain't going to shake out until, we know what we're dealing with. We got a lot of people on that are free agents. We got to wait and see if we sign some of these people that I think are important. If not, we're going to have to address that either through the draft or free agency. But I applaud the Cowboys for Dan Quinn for deciding to give it another year. So I love that. All right, y'all. I'm out. I appreciate you. Y'all going to bed. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and rewind and check out that little spot with Coach McCarthy and then comment on it and see if you agree with what I done said on there. Dan, what'd you say, Coach? Coach said, do you think Dak should take the same approach as Zeke? What do you mean by that, Coach? That could be interpreted a lot of different ways on it. JJ need to go and hire a football smart GM. Dan, ain't no sense saying that. We've been saying that for almost about 9 years. He ain't going to give that up. Y'all, we know that. So, pay cut. Not yet. He got 2 years. And then he's in line for a contract, another extension on the contract. See, the way it's going, you ain't going to have to worry about a pay cut. Because in 2 years, he playing himself right out of a big time, crazy, another big contract. To be honest with you, he can't go in there demanding nothing, and you ain't got nothing on the resume. But no, he not next year. He need to get as much money as he can. He got 2 years before the extension. Before he's up again. No. Now Ezekiel Elliott do, but Dak don't need to do that. Now, there's also the point where you may be talking about this coach where, you free up money or so to try to help the team out, but he ain't gonna do that. That's a Cowboy responsibility to put that money on the back end of the contract and create cap space. I mean, that ain't on Dak, so I don't know. Not this year for Dak. Okay, what was this? Lamar says maybe y'all can like those Ravens teams dominated defense and an okay offense. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's the strong point of the team. So I've always been a person that say make your strength even stronger. And the defense is a strong point of the team. So I've always said make your defense stronger because they're the strong point of the team. The offense ain't bad. Look, when you have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, you're going to win a lot of football games. Coach said on your next show, please talk about why the Bills quarterback not getting the flax as Dak for the playoffs. I can answer that now. Number one, most people think that Josh Allen is better than Dak. And because of that, and because of the lot of games he's won, regular season, of course, and the way that he has won it, people believe in Josh Allen. They believe in him. When you talk about him, they say an MVP candidate. Huh? That's what they say. He's an MVP candidate. He ain't won anything, but people believe in him. He carries Buffalo, and people want Dak to be that type of player, or they compare him that way, but that's not his game. He don't play that way. But he's a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and because he got the contract that he got, there came gigantic expectations with it. And most importantly, the other key thing is when you start talking about like Josh Allen, you start talking about the Burrows, the Mahomes, and those guys, even the Justin Herberts. What everybody got to keep in mind, and this ain't no knock against that, it is what it is. You start talking about Josh Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Mahomes. These guys were drafted in the first round. Well, most of them were for Joe Burrow, the number one pick in the draft. Okay. The problem with everybody with Dak is that Dak is a fourth round quarterback with number one draft pick overall expectations. Don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem is. Most people look at Dak like he's on that level with those guys, and we're talking about real franchise quarterbacks. No question about it. Game changers. When Joe Burrow walked in Cincinnati, look what's going on. He's a difference maker. Cowboy fans have put first number one overall draft pick expectations on Dak. And it was before he got the contract. Now, when he got the contract, it escalated even more. But the bottom line, everybody keep forgetting, he's a fourth-round quarterback. And ladies and gentlemen, he's a fourth-round quarterback for a reason. It's a reason why he didn't get drafted in the third, second round, the first round. Everybody keep forgetting it. I'm not knocking him because what he's done over his career is outstanding. You know, he ain't too many fourth-round quarterback put the kind of numbers up that Dak has put up. Not many. So that's what the problem is, Coach. It's high expectations. Josh Allen essentially gets a pass because of what he's done in his regular season, how spectacular he played, how spectacular he brings people back, how spectacular he carries the team. If he ain't passing it, he running it. And you can't even question all that. He just ain't won in the big moments. And then, you know, that has to change or, you know, have to go with it. But that, you know, Josh throws many interceptions than Dak does, or he did. And you're right, it's more highlighted and spotlighted there. It just it's because of that star on that helmet. And because ESPN and Fox lead off their stories just about every day with the Dallas Cowboys. Josh Allen throws the same amount of interceptions. He messed up and torched and all that kind of stuff. They talk about Buffalo about in the fifth segment. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So that's the reason why. And then there's another other reason why. But you know, I ain't fit to go there tonight. It's the reason nobody don't want to talk about. The reason why that don't get the pass. Josh Allen get every pass. It's a hidden, obvious reason. I ain't gonna say it, but y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know why. And really for some, that is the foundation of the reason why Dak is so hated. It's not. It ain't got nothing to do with the football field. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all know it's the truth. There are a lot of people don't like Dak Prescott because he is, yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All y'all little 49er fan coming on here wanting to run your mouth. Get out here. Y'all worry about the Eagles, man. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. the reason why, a lot of the reason why people don't like Dak Prescott is because he is, let's just put it this way. February is Black History Month, ain't it? Okay. If y'all didn't figure that, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna get into that because that's that's about 2 or 3 shows right there. You know. Yeah. I ain't got to say it. Y'all done figured it out. They're mad still, number one, that Dak took Tony Romo's position from him. That's really the first foundation. See, they ain't have no problem with Dak when he was playing in his first year because Romo back was cracked and Kellen Moore broke his leg. You really had no choice. You went there. But as soon as Dak, it was time Romo got better, and Romo made their world famous press conference and pretty much say, "Hey, it's Dak's team." Oh my God, that's the Romo Knights, the Romoites. They ain't been right since. Now I get that part because you love Romo, but trust me, there are many people that don't like Dak Prescott because he's simply a black man. I'll go and say it. Just the truth. And they'll forever. So any little wrong thing, they'll shout loud his discrepancies, and they'll whisper all his successes. Like when he did against Tom Brady, the first thing they said, "Oh, okay, well, let's see if he do it next week." You see what I'm saying? And they shout loud over this week and don't say nothing about, what he did for the season, period. He got to do it in the playoffs. Okay, he did it in the playoffs, then they moved the goalposts. they moved the goalposts. Say, well, let's just see if he do it next week. No, he just whipped Tom Brady. I don't care what their record was. He beat him. Lock in. Give the same energy that you did for when he talked. No, they ain't do that. They say, "Oh, okay, he beat him. Let's see what he do next week." That was it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good night. Y'all having a good night. We'll talk about this Saturday at 3:00. We'll talk about I'm gonna bring Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones into my office and give them their end of the year review. Since we cleaning out lockers now, our season over with. Guys, getting their bags packed, going to Cancun and all that kind of stuff. Now before y'all leave, Jerry, before you get on that yacht, bring your tail right in on here. So I got something to tell you. So I can evaluate your job. Give you the real truth. Since everybody's scared to tell it. I figure I'd go on tell you what time it is, all right? Saturday at 3:00. Jerry and Stephen Jones evaluation. You already know it's going to get ignorant. I'm going to be in rare form. Y'all come on back and holler at me. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Big Time Show.